Welcome to Real Civil YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to find out the moment of inertia of this composite section about AB. Okay, so the shaded portion uh, is the is only required to calculate, and we have to subtract this from the remaining area. So first step is we have to divide this figure into non-geometrical shapes. Means first will be the right angle triangle, second one will be the semicircle, and third one will be the circle. In this problem, they have asked to find out the moment of inertia about the base AB. Okay, so for that, we will do the separate figures with respect to base AB. So I will just read out the dimension 80, 80 and 40. Okay. So now just have concentration on this right angle triangle. This is the base AB and this is the right angle triangle. Okay. So same way, this is the base AB and this is the right angle triangle. So we have drawn here. Okay, so we have to calculate the moment of inertia about AB. Okay, so for the triangle we have denoted moment of inertia AB 1 because triangle is our first part. So the formula for that, according to parallel axis theorem, moment of inertia about the centroidal axis means this axis, about this axis plus A1 H1 square. So as per the formula is BH cube by 36 for the moment of inertia about this centroidal axis of a right angle triangle plus A1 H1 square. A1, as it is a right angle triangle, 1/2 base into height into H1 square. So H1 square I have written as Y1 square. So first we have to understand the meaning of H1. So meaning of H1 is the distance between reference axis and centroidal axis. Okay, so this point lies at a distance of h by 3 from the reference axis. This is what about parallel axis theorem is. So I have directly put y1 square. Y1 means h by 3. So just put up the values. Here you know this is 80 and this is 80. So B is 80, H is 80 divided by 36 plus 1/2 base is 80, height is 80 into y1 square means h by 3 square. So h is 80 divided by 3 bracket square. So we will get the moment of inertia equal to 3.41 into 10 raised to 6 cm raised to 4. This is the moment of inertia of our right angle triangle. Now let's move towards the semicircle. This is I have drawn, this is the reference line AB and this is the semicircle. So I have drawn the same. So mark the CG of this semicircle. We know that CG lies at a distance of r and 4r upon 3 pi, means this is the centroidal axis of the semicircle and this is the reference AB. So moment of inertia AB2, why 2? Because this is my second part semicircle, equal to Ig plus A2H2 square. This is our parallel axis theorem. So moment of inertia about centroidal axis means about this axis is 0.11 r raised to 4 plus area of semicircle is pi r square by 2 into h2. So in this case h2 will be distance between reference axis and centroidal axis, and that distance is 4r upon 3 pi. This is nothing but the CG distance. So 4r upon 3 pi bracket square. Now just put up the values. 40 is the radius. So we have put 0.11 into 40 raised to 4. 3.14 by 2, 40 raised to square. Similarly, we have put all the values and we get the moment of inertia equal to this. Now last is the moment of inertia of the circle. So this circle means this circle having diameter 40. So again use the parallel axis theorem. IAB 3 means this is my third figure, is equal to IG plus A3H3 square. So IG means moment of inertia about the centroidal axis. So in this case my centroidal axis is this. Means if you see the figure carefully, my centroidal axis is same because AB is also passing through the centroidal axis of this circle. We know that centroidal axis lies at a distance r from, suppose this is our imaginary x and y axis, then from this it is r, from this it is r, means our centroidal axis and AB are both are the same. So IAB3 is equal to moment of inertia about centroidal axis plus A3H3 square. So about centroidal axis means about AB in this case is pi by 64 d raised to 4 plus area of the circle is pi r square into h. H is the distance between centroidal axis and reference axis AB. So in this case centroidal axis and reference axis both are same, hence this distance becomes 0. So just put the value of, actually here it is r raised to 4. So pi by 64 r raised to 4. So you will get a value here. So now moment of inertia IAB will be equal to IAB1 plus IAB2 minus IAB3. Means what? We have to add these two moment of inertia and subtract this moment of inertia, because this is the hollow part, means adding this part and then subtracting this particular part. So just put the values of IAB1, IAB2 and IAB3, you will get the moment of inertia of this composite figure. Okay, so that's it from this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you have any doubt you can comment in the comment box. We will definitely reply. Thank you so much.